Well, how's everybody doing today on this wonderful Sunday? I was going to have a big video for you, a regular video, and let's just say I need a new SD card in my camera. That video's in the circular file. So, stuck with this little Sunday update here. First off, not a bad day here. It was raining this morning and says it's 77 degrees out right now, but it feels a lot warmer. The sun will peek out every once in a while and it's really hot. I think it's pretty humid and just rather warm and no air moving, or very little. But anyway, as far as what's going on here with the Bronco, get back into the shop here. Finally got both front fenders and the hood on. I got a fan running, so hope that doesn't cause too much noise, but both front fenders and the hood are on. This fender caused me a headache, and if you saw my last video, you know it's got a dent in it right up there now. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Hopefully I can get it looking good. If not, I'll get it looking as good as possible. Other than that, the driver's side fender was more of a pain. I spent a lot of time on this fender getting it lined up over here. I couldn't get the door gap right, and I mean the door is sitting pretty well where it needs to be, and I could not get this fender. It'd be really narrow up at the top, and there'd be a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch gap down at the bottom. I could not get it. I kept taking the fender off, readjusting the door a little bit, putting the fender back on, taking the fender off, readjusting the door a little bit, over and over and over. I don't know how many times I did that, but it was way too many. And then did a little brainstorming with James out at Central Oregon Shenanigans. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's James and Kyle out there at Central Oregon Shenanigans. I'm going out there 2 weeks from yesterday. I'm going to be out there. Gonna spend 2 weeks out there. Gonna be painting up Kyle's truck, and there might be a couple of surprises going on Kyle's truck. Might be revealed before I get out there. Not sure. They may do that on their channel. Not exactly sure what's going on there. But anyway, if you haven't checked them out, go check them out at Central Oregon Shenanigans here on YouTube. That's their YouTube channel. I will link it down below, and I will be out there filming with those guys here in a couple of weeks, for a couple of weeks. But anyway, I was brainstorming with James, sent him some pictures, and I was going about it the wrong way. He was like, it looks like the front of the fender needs to go down. And I just wasn't thinking that way. I was looking at the door and the fender. So I came up here to the front. Well, another reason is I've got brand new radiator support bushings since I replaced the radiator support. So new bushings on the radiator support. And I did put a new bushing in right under the, well, right in front of the driver's floor, body bushing. But evidently this probably picked it up a little bit. So I had to come over and drill out that little hole where that peg comes through. I drilled that out so it would drop down a little bit more. That one up there is slotted, but that one's just round. So I drilled it out a little bit, dropped it down, and it didn't take very much. That lined it up. So big thanks to James, because I spent a lot of time messing around with that, and honestly I was about ready to give up on it. I had about had enough. But got it all straightened out. Got the hood on. It lines up pretty well. Still have a little bit of adjustment. I need to drop these brackets down just a smidge. I just put this little cowl piece on there. I got one screw in it, but it's not really held on yet. So I need to adjust that just a little bit yet, and it'll be good to go. Then like I said, need to come and fix that dent. There's a couple spots up here on the hood. There's one right there. That's not going to be anything to fix, and probably not going to be able to see them on camera. There's one, there's a couple. There's kind of a spot right in here somewhere. I can't even see it without putting a light on it the right way, but a couple little blemishes on the hood that need fixed, and I think there's a little tiny one over here, but that shouldn't be too hard to do. And then once I get all that done, scuff this up, and I don't need to remove the door handles yet, but get her scuffed up and we'll be ready to paint. And I want to get it painted here this next week if possible, because I'm going to be shipping my paint gun out to James and Kyle to paint Kyle's truck. That truck it's going to be a sharp truck when it's done. We're doing some things to it. It's going to be pretty darn sharp. And so I need to shape my paint gun out. So need to get it painted this next week. If it doesn't happen this next week, if I run into problems, like it seems like every single thing I do on this truck, I run into this Bronco, run into some kind of a problem that just takes longer than it should. If I happen to not get it painted, it will get painted. I should have time after I get home from out there to do it before harvest starts, because I'll be getting back, let's see, real late on the 7th, and harvest shouldn't start till somewhere towards the end of September. So should still have some time to do that. Other than that, not a lot going on today. Darn Bronco was really throwing me for a loop here though the last couple of days. Buddy's doing good. Jessie's up in the house with her pups. And I don't know if it's normal or not, but she doesn't sit in there with them as much as she did. She used to be in there all the time, and now she gets out quite a bit. I don't know, it kind of makes me think she isn't feeding them enough, but I have caught her in there a couple times, so maybe she knows what she's doing. But anyway, that's what's going on around here. And go check out Central Oregon Shenanigans. I'll link them down below. James and I just got off the phone. We're going to have a ton of videos coming out in the next, well, not the next couple of weeks. A couple of weeks I'll be there, and then the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a lot of videos. Probably won't even be able to get them all out before I get back home. So might be backlogged there a little bit, but we're going to have a good time and going to be doing a lot of stuff. I think you're going to enjoy it. So anyway, that is my little Sunday update for you. Can't think of anything else going on right now. I think that's it, guys. Got the front end put back together on here. Pretty much. Not much left to do on that. Scuff her up. We'll get her painted. I really plan on painting it. I think it'll get painted this week. I don't think there's going to be an issue doing that, but it seems like everything I do on this, there's some kind of an issue, so we'll see. If not, it'll get done after I get back home. So yeah, with that fender, this is the old flare side fender that was out back behind the barn. I thought maybe it was the aftermarket fender, since this one was all messed up. So I took the aftermarket off and put the flare side fender on. Now it actually was a little bit better, but not by much. So I went ahead and well, after talking to James, I put well, of course, I'm not gonna use that rusted out thing, but I put the aftermarket fender back on, and after lowering the front of it down, yeah, things lined up pretty good. I think it actually lined up better than this side. This side's, if anything, this side is a little bit narrow. I mean, the door opens and closes just fine, but that's as good as I could get it. But that side just was not going to work the way it was. And I was getting pretty frustrated, but we got it. Sometimes you just have to step away and come back the next day and things all fall together. So anyway, that is my Sunday night update for you. Hope you all are having a great day, and we'll catch you in the next one.